lovelies, welcome back. If you are new, hi, my name is Yasmin. Thank you so much for being here today for today's video. If you haven't already, be sure to hit the subscribe button below. That way you're part of our lovely family and I'd love to have you here. So today's video, I wanted to do like kind of a fun like questions type of video. So today I'm going to be doing the 50 deep questions nobody asks. So before I did do the 15 questions that nobody asks, this ones are like more deeper questions. So let me know if there's any other questions tags. There's so many and I don't know which one I want to do because some of them are interesting, some of them are not. And I like doing these videos because it really helps me like have you guys get to know me a little bit better. So I love doing these. So let me know if you like them so I can keep doing them. So yeah, let's go ahead and get started. So the first question asks you, where did you grow up? So I grew up in Bullhead City, Arizona. It was very hot all the time. That's where most of my years were. I was born there. Yeah. I did move to like Baker, California for a while. That took a big chunk of my years, but where I was mostly growing up was probably in Bullhead City. So that's where I was growing up. What is the earliest memory you have? That was so long ago. And my cat scratching the door. Can you hear it? Oh, stop. Okay. Earliest memory, I don't know. I have a horrible memory, by the way. Like, that's a fun fact. And my memory's so bad. And I think it must have been like an aftermath of me using like some meds when I was going through depression and stuff, because it did have like that side effect of like memory loss and things like that. So I feel like it had a lot of impact on my memory. So I feel like that's what happened. So my memory is really bad. But maybe I can remember a few, like maybe one that was super early was me living with my mom and my dad and my brother, and I was really young and I was in a little nightgown, fresh out the shower, in our little trailer in Bullhead. And I remember we didn't have a lot of money back then. We were very, very not that fortunate because it was mostly just my mom working. I remember we were like really hungry and I was telling my mom, oh mom, I'm so hungry. And then she would go to the kitchen and make her own like handmade flour tortillas. And she would make them and then she like would get like, you know, like the weenies or whatever and just wrap it around and then we would eat it because that's all we can eat. We didn't really have a lot of food in our house because we were not very fortunate, but you know, we overcome it, so we're fine now. But I think that's maybe an early memory I can think of. What would you do with the money if you won the lottery? There's so many things I would do. Obviously, the first thing I would do is buy a house, and I would buy my mom a house. That way she can, you know, not have to work as much because she's been working a lot for many years. So maybe I would buy her something and maybe get myself a car. I don't know. And then probably save the money from there. That way, if I need it, it'll be there. So, what could you have done to make today more productive? I think I've been very productive today. I don't know if you guys, I mean, I'm pretty sure you guys won't know, but this is my third video today and I'm about to film a fourth one. And this is a lot of hard work to make videos and I'm getting tired, but I'm pushing through and I'm getting through, and I also have been cleaning and I have to study for a midterm and then I'm doing laundry and I have to cook, and I think today's gonna be a little productive. Maybe something that can make it a little better was maybe waking up earlier. I mean, I woke up, well, my cat always wakes me up really early, like at 5 or 6 in the morning, and it's Sunday. I don't want to wake up that early, especially if I don't have to work. So that kind of made me mad. So I kind of woke up maybe like 8:30-ish. So I guess maybe a little earlier would have been nice. Would you rather have a flying reindeer or a unicorn? I would say unicorn, but I think I'm gonna say flying reindeer. That way it could take me places. That way I don't have to drive a car, and I think it'll be a lot faster with a reindeer. Do you need to be tucked into sleep or can you fall asleep anyhow? Oh, fuck. I could fall asleep. I need nobody there. If you had to wear one item forever, what would it be? One item forever? A baggy t-shirt or a baggy long sleeve would work because I think those are super comfortable. So I probably would do that. If you had to kiss, marry, and kill YouTubers, who would you choose and what would you do? And what would you do to them? What? I might have to take a minute to think about this one. I feel really bad for like doing this because all the YouTubers I love all of them and I wouldn't want them to die like ever. And I guess I'd just pick my like one of my top 3 YouTubers. I have a lot of them though. I watch so many. So if I think of like the top 3 or like the ones that I've recently watched, that would be Desi Perkins, Kathleen Lights, and Manny MUA. Those are probably my 3 and like my OGs, I feel like. I feel bad. I hope they don't watch this, one day, and then the one that I kill, I hope they don't hate me forever, because it's just a question. I wouldn't kill any of you. Okay, I would marry Desi Perkins because she's obviously very, really, really pretty inside and out. She's so beautiful. She's so funny. Like, I feel like I think she can cook. She can cook, right? And then, like, I feel like her family would go well with my family. So I feel like we'd be a great match, and I would be laughing for like many years to come. So I feel like she'd make me very happy. I would kiss Manny MUA and kill Kathleen Lights. I'm so sorry, I didn't want to say that, but I had to. They're all my favorites. I don't want to see any of them die. And yeah, I would kiss Manny. And probably wouldn't like me, but it's okay. We can kiss. It's fine, and we'll live happily ever after. What is the question you want to answer but nobody asks? I'm very open. Usually if people talk to me or ask me a question, I'll be honest, because I've always been honest, and if you have a question, I'll answer. So it's like, I don't really have a specific question. Which cartoons do you still watch? I watch a lot of cartoons. Okay, so, well, if you add me and Manny together, we both watch cartoons. Sorry, Manny, had to put you on underneath the bus there. I watch Family Guy. I love Family Guy. It's probably like my favorite TV show ever right now. I'm like on season 16. I'm trying to finish it up. I'm going backwards because I missed like 2 seasons. There's like a bunch of new episodes, and they make me laugh like all the time. I've been watching it for years, so that's one of my favorite TV shows. Pokemon, Yu-Gi-Oh! I've been watching Dragon Ball Super only because Manny watches it, but it's so interesting. I don't really understand it most of the time because I feel like I have to watch it from the very beginning. I used to watch it, but I used to watch just like snippets of it. I never watched like the full thing. So I watch it when he watches it. I've been watching Jimmy Neutron because Jimmy Neutron's on Hulu now. So I've been watching that. I watch SpongeBob sometimes. Yeah, if it's like on TV or something, I'll watch it. But I watch a lot of cartoons. What show do you watch that isn't targeted for your age group? I'm 20. How old am I? 22? Yeah, I'm 22. I think anything is fine for my age group. What show do you wish would come back from your childhood? Oh, that's a great question. I watched a lot of TV when I was young as well. So maybe some things that I can think about are maybe Invader Zim, because I know that show was like canceled or something. So I liked Invader Zim. What was that new show? Hamtaro. Do you guys know what Hamtaro is? It's like the little hamsters, and they like talked, and they all had owners, and they would go through like the little not the wheel, but the little tunnel in their cage, and they would all meet up in this little place, and it was super cute. I used to have like little like squishy like little toys, and it had the houses and everything. So I guess that would be a good one. I really liked Hamtaro. That's all I can think of at the moment. I can't really think of a lot of them because a lot of them I can still watch. So I don't know. What song do you know the lyrics of but you like, but they don't know? What song do you not know the lyrics of but you like to sing anyway? Anything that is reggaeton related, because I know Spanish, I can speak it and I can understand it. Sometimes when it comes to music, if they're speaking it too fast or someone in person is speaking too fast in Spanish to me, I can't understand. So sometimes I think I'm saying the wrong words when I'm singing along or wording along to the words of the songs, and I'm pretty sure it's not even the same thing, but it sounds like it. I still do it anyway, so I don't know if that counts, but that's what I do. If you could have one talent, what would it be? I guess a talent would be an amazing chef and to be able to cook very quickly, because I can cook, but I can only cook something. I have a small menu and I can cook some things, and usually when I cook new things, it doesn't end up right, or if I try to follow a recipe, it doesn't always end up right. Then I take a long time to cook and to cut, and it just takes me a long time. I don't know why, and the stuff sometimes ends up good, sometimes it doesn't. Like, I don't know. I just don't have a lot of experience, I guess, but I wish I did have that naturally, where I just naturally knew what goes together. I just feel like that would be nice. Would you rather the world remain peaceful forever or no one on Earth ever goes hungry? I feel like no one on Earth should ever go hungry. I feel like if you're hungry, you're not gonna be happy. And if you're not hungry and you're full, then I think, that's a good thing. So that would be really nice if no one on Earth goes hungry. That would be a really beautiful thing. What is a weird food combination that you do? I mean, I don't think it's weird, and a lot of people don't. And a lot of people do think it's weird that I put ketchup on my eggs. Do people think that's weird? Like ketchup on my eggs? Is that weird? I don't think that's weird. I've always ate eggs with ketchup all the time, especially scrambled eggs. So I don't know if that's weird. It might be weird to some people, not to me. Would you rather eat or drink your calories? Eat my calories. 5 things that make your average day better. Let's see. Food, YouTube, my pets, music, and family. 5. Would you rather someone go through your phone, text messages and all, or go through your internet history? I don't really care. I mean, all you'll find in my text messages, messages is just me talking to like my brother or Manny, asking simple questions. So there isn't really interesting. And in my history, I just look at like clothing websites and like hacks on games. Not hacks, but like what Pokemon evolves at this level. You know, I don't, nothing's interesting on my phone, and I don't talk to anybody, so it's not gonna be interesting. What are 3 things you would do if you were stranded in a rainforest to ensure your survival? Okay, obviously find shelter, very safe shelter. Create some type of weapon because I don't want to be killed out there, and maybe find something for food. I mean, it's a rainforest, so I mean, maybe find berries or something, or plant leaves, something that I can eat. I think that would be smart. If only you and one other person were the last human beings alive, who would you want the other person to be? If I don't say anyone in my family, I feel like that's gonna hurt their feelings. Sorry, Mom, I'm gonna pick me and my brother. I'm sorry. I feel like we need each other. I need you too, Mom, but I feel like it'd be me and my brother. Sorry. If you had to never to use Twitter, Instagram, or YouTube again, which one would you let go? I would let go of Instagram. I feel like I don't even post on Instagram. And a lot of people like repost their photos on like all their social medias. I mean, I do. So, I mean, I'll see the same thing on Twitter. And I need YouTube, obviously, because I am on YouTube and because I love to watch videos and other YouTubers. So I need that in my life. If you had to choose, how would you want to get famous? By doing this, maybe doing YouTube. I mean, I can act. That's another thing for another video. I can act. I can sing. So, I mean, I feel like it'd be more fun to do YouTube because I can work from home and I can travel and I can do what I love and talk about things that I love, and I feel like I would like that a lot better. I don't know if that counts as being famous, but I guess so. Which languages do you speak? I speak English, obviously. Spanish, I know a little bit of sign language and a little bit of Chinese. The only thing in Chinese I know is like numbers and colors, but that's it. Which languages do you wish you could speak? I think I've answered this question before, but I think I'm gonna switch it up. There's a lot of languages I want to speak. Like I want to know a lot of languages. Maybe Chinese, like full on Chinese would be really cool, or like French would be really cool too. I think that would be cool. What country do you wish you were from? Italy. That would be really cool. I think Italy is really pretty. What is your favorite moment in history? When the LGBT community were able to marry. That was probably my favorite, and was probably something that I never thought would ever happen because there were so many people that just dislike the community so much that it hurts my feelings and it just makes me really upset. But once they legalized marriage for everybody, I think it was the most beautiful thing because love is love no matter what, and I think that was a really beautiful thing. So that's like from recent history, I guess. So that was really important. If you could choose, which time would you go back to? I'm really bad at history. I don't know my time zones. Maybe the 70s? I think the 70s were a lot of fun. Is that where they had like a lot of pop of color and stuff? I think that would be a lot of fun. So 70s? What I'm thinking of? 50s? Is that whatever era had like the really pretty like poodle skirts too, and like the really pretty diners, and everybody was just cool, and everybody, you know, I would have liked that era too. That era would have been a lot of fun. If you had to choose a time machine, what would you rather go back in time or into the future? Into the future. I do not want to go back there ever again. No, thank you. No. never in my life would I ever go back there. That, like, all those times back there were some good moments, but there were some moments where I was incredibly unhappy, super depressed. I went through a lot, and I don't ever want to go back there ever again. So, well, thank you. Pet koala or pet panda? I love both. Maybe a panda. I think pandas would be really cute. Well, they're both cute, but I think it would be better for me to have a panda. The power to communicate with animals or the power to communicate with plants? With animals, I want to be able to communicate. I already talk to my animals, whatever, but I would like them to talk back to me, and I would know what they're saying. You know, that would be really, really cool. Like, I want to know what Luna's thinking in her head. Like, is she really gonna kill me in her sleep, or is she just gonna let me live? Like, I want to know what's happening in their heads. What is your usual bedtime? I try. Okay, I have like a set schedule. Like, I'm in and out of the shower either by 7:30 or 8. No, yeah, I'm in the shower by 7:30 or 8, and then that's when I do all my skincare. I'm usually in bed by like 9:30, and I don't fall asleep till like 9, I don't know, close to 10 o'clock. So I guess that counts. What do you remember to be the worst day you've ever had? There were so many days. I guess any of those days where I was fighting my depression and anxiety, and when I was getting into a lot of arguments with my father, like yelling back and forth. Like, those were probably like the worst days I've ever had, because I was fighting not only for myself, but I was angry and I was upset and I was so hurt of how he treated us and my mom and just my family. And it's just I guess those would be the worst days ever. Like how can you ever imagine like getting into like arguments and really aggressive and violent arguments with your own father, who helped give you life and bring you into this earth? Like, it's rough. So I guess those would count. What is an irrational fear you had as a child? I had a lot of fears as a child. I had a fear that my dolls were gonna come back to life and kill me because I watched a lot of Chucky. Mom, it's your fault. I had a fear that spiders were gonna crawl into my mouth and make eggs and kill me. Because I hate spiders. Yeah. Are those irrational? I think so. Yeah. Have you ever conquered a fear of yours? I guess the only thing I can think of is this. I was very afraid of doing this, being on YouTube and putting myself out there, because I am very like closed, and I do not like people looking at me, and I do not like people, I just don't like, I'm not communicating very well. This is still hard, even though it's on camera. I know someone's watching me, like, and watching my every move and listening to what I'm saying. And it's still really scary for me sometimes. I was watching my old videos. Oh my gosh, I look so uncomfortable compared to how I am now. Like, I was so like uncomfortable. It was so bad. I feel like I've gotten a lot better at it, but I guess I'm still fighting through the fear sometimes. Like, I can't even film if like Manny's home or something, or someone's here. I have to film only when I'm by myself, because that's when I feel like I'm the most myself, if that makes sense. Like, I still have the fear of that. So I guess that's one. What is something silly you believed as a child? I guess the usual, Santa Claus, the Tooth Fairy, those were things. I guess that would count. Those are the only ones. What did you want to be when you were a kid? So when I was little, my family would always tell me, they would ask me what I wanted to be when I grew up, and I always tell them, I want to be a mom. That's what I wanted to be when I grew up. It was silly, because I was a child. And then as the years grew by, I wanted to be a lot of things. I wanted to be a vet for a long time. And then one of my aunts told me, and opened my eyes, and she told me, if you're a vet, you're gonna have to put the animals down, right? You're gonna have to kill them, right? And I'm like, yeah, I can't. No, thank you. So I changed my mind, but I think I've always wanted to be a teacher, since the very beginning, because I've always played like school, whatever, with like my cousins, my brother, and I always play with my stuffed animals. Don't ask me how, but I would play. And I feel like I always had like that teacher like role in me, and I feel like that's what I meant to do. So I guess those are the things that I wanted to be. Yeah. If the kid version of you were to meet you now, how would they react? The kid version, as in what age? Because if we're talking about like maybe like 10 or 11 or 12, it could be like, I feel like she would look at me and be like, wow, I made it. I made it this far. And I'm doing things that I love. So I think that's what she would say. Because I'm sure she was a very troubled child and didn't think that she was going to make it, but she did. And now she's doing YouTube, she's in school, she's with someone that she loves so much. She has a kitty cat, she has a dog, she has a home, and she's I'm sure she would be very relieved to know that. So, oh, I don't want to get emotional. What is your fictional world? Your favorite fictional world? Can you guess? I'm gonna give you a minute to guess. So, my fictional world would be to live in the world of Pokemon. I sound like such a nerd, but I've always wanted Pokemon to be real, and I always said like, oh, a lot of my birthdays, I would blow out the candle and be like, I wish Pokemon were real. I wish Pokemon were real. Like, no joke, that's what I would wish all the time. And I wanted to be a Pokemon trainer so bad. I want to have my own Pokemon and all that, and I wanted Pokemon to be real. I was like, scientists can make Pokemon real. I know they can. And I mean, I don't know if they can. I mean, it sounds really hard. But I would love to live in the world of Pokemon where I was like Pokemon master and have my own Pokemon. I think that would be really cool. I would love that. Which teacher left the most impact on your life? Oh, I had so many teachers. I think that's why also I wanted to be a teacher, because a lot of my teachers were really helpful. Like they did, like they a lot of them didn't care and a lot of them did. So, there were so many. If I can think very far back, I remember my first grade teacher. She was super sweet. She was very nice. She really helped me out a lot. Like, just having little conversations. She was super sweet. My fourth grade teacher was really cool. He was really cool. He was really nice. I remember that was the first time I ever gotten straight A's ever. And he was very helpful, and he knew how shy I was, and I did not like to read out in public. And sometimes he would pick me, sometimes I'd be happy to do it, but it's just like, I don't want to. Let's see, fifth, seventh. Also my 7th or 8th grade geography teacher. If you guys were in my Baker school, you guys know who our geography teacher was and history teacher was. I don't know if I can name names, but you guys know who I'm talking about. I have to sneeze. Okay, I'm good now. But anyways, he was really cool. I think he was really, really awesome. He was a really cool guy and a really great teacher, and he was very helpful and very understanding of like my issues and my problems. So I feel like he was a great teacher with that. And then my 12th grade math teacher as well. 12th grade? Yeah, 12th grade math teacher. And what other class? I had her for another class too. I just don't remember what it was. I think it was just like, what class was that? I don't remember. But she was super sweet as well. She was really cool. Like, she was very nice. She was nice. She was easy to talk to, easy to ask questions to. She was incredibly helpful. Like those teachers, like they were like amazing, and they were super supportive. Like they weren't just like the I don't care type of attitude. They really cared about you, and they like genuinely care about your education and about you as a person. So I feel like that's how I ended up. Like I care about my kids' education as much as I care about them like as kids and how they're gonna grow up to be. So I try whenever I can get a chance to like give them some sort of advice that'll be like a life advice. I try to do it. That way they remember it and they remember me for it, because I know it's a rough world out there. So I know if I can be helpful in some way, in some point in their life, I'm gonna do it. So there's that. What is, just so you know, we're almost done, people. We're on question 41. Okay, what was the most significant event of your life? Significant as in important? Is that what it is? I should know, I'm in college. Most significant event of my life, I think, was when my life was finally starting to get together, when I moved back to Bullhead from Baker after a few years of living with my mom and my dad or whatever. I felt like my life was finally coming together. I had 2 jobs, plus I helped my grandma whenever she needed to in her own bridal shop. I had my own car, I had my own money, I was paying for my own stuff. I feel like, and I was going to school at the same time. I feel like all those things really helped me. I feel like my life just fell together, just came together the way I wanted it to. Like, I love doing those things. I love working, I love going to school, I love, making my own money, I love spending my own money. Like, I love doing that. I'm very independent in that way. I love doing my own thing, and I feel like that moment, like, I knew that I was like, okay, you made it this far, you're gonna be okay, you're doing all this, you're accomplishing a lot at only what, like 18, 19 years old. Like, you're doing it and you're gonna be okay. And that was very, very important in my life, and I'm still doing it. I'm still going to school, I'm still getting my own money, I'm doing my own thing, and I'm very, very grateful that I came this far. Would you say you have more of an English brain than a math brain? I like both. If you're gonna ask me to do math equations versus writing a paper, I'm gonna do math equations. I don't like writing papers. I feel like it takes me so long. Like I have to, if I do a paragraph, I have to literally walk away for like an hour and like do something else before I can come back to it because my brain can't function. If I'm doing math problems, I feel like it's a little easier because I'm already like in the moment, like doing math and counting numbers and all this stuff, that I could do that a lot better than doing a paper. So, will you want to be remembered after you die? What kind of question is that? Doesn't everybody want to be remembered after they die? What was the last movie you watched? What was that movie? It was called The Switch. Manny and I watched it last night. We've already seen it before, but we like it so much because I love Jennifer Aniston too, and it was such a cute movie. So if you guys haven't seen it, it's on Hulu, and I think it's on Netflix. It's a really cute movie, so check that out. What was the last movie that made you cry? The last movie that made me cry was probably Coco. That movie made me cry at the very end. You guys watched it. You guys know why? It was so sad. And it was like it was sad, but it was beautiful. Like it wasn't even like a sad moment. It was just beautiful. Like, oh, it made me so cry. It made me very emotional. Like that movie was so beautiful. Like you guys have to watch it from beginning to end. It's so good. It has a beautiful message. The characters are so lovable. Like I loved that movie. I still love it. Have you ever been so happy that you cried? Yeah. I'm a crier, okay? I cry. I don't remember what it was about, but I cried a lot. I think I cried of happiness the last time when I think my financial aid was finally coming through and it was finally working, because anything that stops me from going to school, I get so angry and so like, how can something or someone stop me from going to school? Like, that's just awful. And I know school's very expensive and I can't afford paying it on my own, and I will never take out a loan, like ever. That's why I always focus on grants. So if I don't get a grant or whatever, or someone fucks up my shit, you know, someone messes with my financial aid, or if I ask them a question, they tell me something totally opposite and they mess up my financial aid, I'm gonna get angry. So when I finally went through and I finally had enough to go to school and pay for books and all that, I was so happy and so relieved. Like so much weight was lifted off of my chest, because it's like school is like the most important thing to me. I know a lot of people are probably like, oh, school, but I love school. I love going to school. I've always loved it. I've always loved it. So the fact that I was able to go to school after all the battling I did just to go to school, to get the money to go to school, like I didn't even care about the extra money. I just needed the extra money. No, I just needed the right amount of money so I can pay for my books and go to school. I didn't care about anything else. I didn't care if I only had $20 left. I don't care. As long as my school was being paid for, like for the semester, my books, I don't care. As long as that's paid for. Have you ever won anything? If so, what? No. I don't win anything ever. I know that's kind of sad, but I don't. I mean, I don't ever win awards. That's why I don't like go into contests or whatever, or try the lottery, because I have such horrible luck. I know that's probably really bad for me to say about myself, but it's very true. I guess the last time was probably like, you know, years ago, you know, in school where you get like, oh, you got A honor roll, B honor roll. That's probably the last time. If you had to get married to the last friend you texted, how would it go? Well, the last person I texted was Manny, so you know, hopefully it'll go well. Would you ever go on a blind date? No, thank you. Those are always scary. I've seen a lot of movies. No, thank you. Last question. Do you mind getting famous, even if it's from bad publicity? I feel like you're gonna get bad or good publicity either way, you know, so I guess it doesn't matter. I would say yes, but I mean, I feel like when you're famous, like it's good, like you have, you know, a lot of luxury things. You have a platform that can help, you know, that you can spread some type of message because you have the platform. And I mean, money is money, whatever. But there's always going to be bad publicity and good publicity. Like you're going to do something that's going to look really bad and someone's going to make it look really, really bad. Or you're doing something good, but someone's going to make it look bad anyway. Or people are going to like you, people are going to hate you. So either way, it's a win-win. You just got to roll with it and you just got to take it how it is. So that's all I got to say about that. Whew, that was a lot of questions and a lot of talking. I am very, very thirsty now. So let me know if you guys like this type of video, or if you guys have any answers to my questions, or if you guys have answers to these questions, or how would you have answered them. Let me know, and let me know if you like these type of tag videos by giving it a thumbs up, and also hit the subscribe button before you leave as well if you haven't already. So yeah guys, till next time, bye.